Growing up, I was not really invested into entering showbiz.
This is your second home. This is your family resort.
Yes.
This is so beautiful. Hello.
Thank you
Robbie.
for coming.
So I'm Tita Karen.
He was grade school, yung first girlfriend niya. So parang every year may girlfriend siya.
Every year my girlfriend ka. Hello, Mikey.
Hi, welcome.
Robbie.
Hello
My
po,
God.
Tita.
This is so beautiful. Beautiful. Hello.
Thank you for
Robbie.
coming.
So I'm Tita Karen. Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you po.
Wait, may trivia ako, guys. Mikey was my schoolmate in high school.
Yes.
So I was 4 years older than her. Right?
Yeah.
Pero pareho kaming San Agustin.
Yes,
noon.
ang dami
My
natin.
God, look at how time flies. Look at that. So, this is your second home. This is your family resort.
Yes. I think a lot of people are surprised when they come here kasi hindi nila ina-expect yung expanse niya. You know, it's a big structure, but at the same time, it's still very serene, it's still very peaceful.
Yeah. But I never even knew that you and Dodo, your family,
Yeah.
you have this business.
Yes, yeah. And in fact, so we have this here in Tagaytay. We also have the beach resort in Morong, Bataan.
Oo.
Yeah, and we've had it already, the one in Morong since 2014, ito since 2018.
But why did you start this business?
I don't know, you know, Dodat loves to build. So I
Okay.
think it was part of it also. And maybe because also when they were younger, we really used to enjoy being able to get away.
Yeah.
So to be able to have a place like this and have other families have that kind of experience that we did, and knowing also, you know, of course, it's also a good business, actually. Basta ba talagang,
Oo, basta
people are
totoo.
doing okay, you
Oo,
know,
basta totoo.
the business is running well, and that's why Robbie's here.
Oo. So guys, ang panganay ni Mikey and Dot, si Robbie, ang nagpapatakbo na nagnegosyo.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
So you're really running it? Are you hands-on? Hindi lang to
Opo,
title.
ako po ang director and the business development manager. Bale, ako po yung parang nag-aasikaso ng mga crisis management,
Wow.
ng I make the decisions sa manning schedule,
Oo.
sa approval ng mga purchasing requests.
Wow, serious.
So-
Kumbaga, ikaw talaga.
More or less comprehensive management po ang
Ang tanong
ginagawa
ko,
po natin
hindi ka
dito.
ba nililigawan ng mga customers dito?
Ay, hindi naman po. Hindi naman po.
Baka yan ang problema mo. You're trying to do your job. Yung mga customers
Distracted.
dito, puro dinidistract ka.
At the end of the day, our guests are the people we're trying to accommodate. So no matter what, I enjoy interacting with
Okay.
them. It's part of the job.
So let's talk about this, yung motif nito. Parang
Well,
sa Greece.
Yan po ang intention namin. So the theme that my dad designed here is more of the Greek feel. Something that he was thinking of is ano yung pagkakaiba sa ibang mga European resorts? What can give us a feel na is away from home but can provide you a different type of comfort?
Pero bakit Greece? Was it
You know
special
what?
to your family?
No, actually, in fact, Dot's never even been to Greece.
Oh,
but
amazing.
for some reason, ever since we got married, sinasabi niya yan, ang dream ko magkaroon tayo ng bahay na blue and white or a place na blue and white. I'm not really sure why. I never asked him, bakit blue and white? But now, finally, this is like a dream come true.
It
Passion
is.
project niya talaga to.
And how many
Yeah.
rooms, Robbie?
We currently have 53 rooms.
Okay.
And we have 6 different types of rooms in the hotel.
Ilang hektarya ba ito?
2 hectares po.
2 hectares.
So, actually, mahilig siya sa pag-design, you know,
My
like
dad
that,
was the
no?
one that, designed the entire
concept
property, the
was
concept,
from him. Yeah.
even yung mga
He bought all the
drawings.
plants.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Each plant,
My God.
lahat ng materyales ng buong hotel na to, siya ang nag-canvas, siya ang nag-order,
Wow.
siya lahat. He
Yeah.
really likes to know all the details.
It's a passion
Yes,
Opo,
project.
it really
it really
is,
was.
yeah.
So, 53 rooms.
Yes po.
And then ito, you have
We have two swimming pools.
Oh, ano to? Yeah.
One is the kiddie pool and then one is the standard pool.
Yes.
During high occupancy, may mga heater din po itong mga pools.
Kasi ang lamig dito
Opo.
po.
Yeah, when it's
Ang
colder
lamig eh. Oo.
Okay, so I really want to show you this room because this is my favorite type of room in this whole hotel. Rob, open the door, please.
It's a standard po in our hotel here. Na
Okay.
No matter what room you enter, even if it's considered vacant, it's a standard practice na kakatok muna tayo.
Talaga?
Yes po.
Bakit?
Just to ensure na hindi po tayo pumapasok sa room ni guest, it's possible na nagkamali ang front desk na hindi nila chinek in sa system.
You never
Thank you
know.
po, tita.
You never know.
The way we do it is, it's a three times we knock. So, guest services, guest services, guest services,
Ang kulit,
coming in.
Talagang
Tao
tatlo.
po.
Galing. Yun ang
So-
training. Ang galing ni Rob. Ay, wow! I love this.
Right?
The whole family
Yes,
can be
exactly.
here. Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
So you have two queen beds, one here
And
then
one
isa po sa loft.
upstairs.
Yes.
And then you have a double deck here. And then we also provide the option, it's a maximum of 6 people in this room.
Yeah.
So should you guys want like an extra bed, pwede naman din po kami maglatag.
And ang tanong ko,
Yeah.
you designed, I mean, kayo, your family really wanted na yung rooms nyo may loft.
Well, not all the rooms have lofts, but then we wanted to go with the topography of the property. And then at the same time, what we were imagining was what would we have wanted when they were kids, when we
yeah.
were going on these kinds of vacations. You know, with a room like this, everyone can be there.
Yeah.
So, isang gastos na lang.
Ang galing. I love it. Lagi pa napupuno to. When is your heaviest?
Well, usually our heaviest has recently been sa weekdays. Kasi
Corporate.
we've been attracting a
Corporate
lot
guests.
of corporate and government groups.
Yan.
So dito po nila ginagawa yung mga
Team
seminars,
building,
team buildings.
seminars.
Robbie, do you know that your parents are icons?
I mean, yes. I do know, syempre po, growing up, right? Habang pumupunta kami sa mga mall, or even in yung mga project nila, we can really see kaming mga magkakapatid, how much they are loved by other people. So we saw that also through first-hand experiences. So to a certain extent, alam na naman po namin na that our parents are well-known people, but at the same time to us, they're just mommy and daddy also at home, right? So may pagka-balance din po siya. And something that was very moving for me as a son was when my mom was 20 years old, she was SK chairman of Tarlac. She was a student in Ateneo. She was a national athlete for equestrian. And she was also in showbiz running her own show. So ang dami po niyang ginagawa. She was living in Tarlac while going to school in Ateneo. So for me, it's a perfect example na kung kaya po ng mommy ko, baka kakayanin ko din po.
I don't think we bring them up thinking na sana maging katulad ko because tayo mismo alam natin the challenges or siguro our own imperfections, di ba? We always want our kids to be better than us. So I never imagined na magiging ganun yung thinking niya. So I'm kind of just, feeling very blessed that he enjoys the effort of doing all of those things.
When did you know your grandfather was the icon of basketball?
I actually have a good story for this. So, syempre po, di ba, you grew up also, everyone's telling you, wow, your lolo's my idol, he's a legend. So, in that extent, we already knew. But there was one day na may inattend po kaming Gilas match. And it was in the middle of the second quarter. We were late to the game. I was going with my lolo. And when we arrived into Momo Arena, they called a timeout because my lolo entered the arena. And the entire crowd was chanting our last name. And
Ilan taon ka nun?
14 po siguro.
You were shocked.
So I was so shocked. I mean, it was not a Ginebra game. It was a Gilas game. And yet, the entire arena was chanting our last name. And I could just remember na parang kinikilabutan po ako. Yeah, and I was just like, wow, this is so surreal. And as the longer that you get exposed to that, the more that you learn also as a third-generation individual na there's also responsibility to carrying such a name as well.
Oo.
Yeah.
What is the responsibility being a Jaworski?
I think in order for us in my family not to complicate anything, it's just a matter of, striving to be a person of integrity and trying to be a good person, just spreading goodness where you can and trying to develop ourselves to do our little part in hopefully giving back also one day.
Alam mo, Mikey, you now have 3 boys.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been married?
25 years. I guess part of it was also wanting to make sure that our kids knew which values were important to us, but to be able to show them that we could practice what we preached. But more than anything, I enjoyed them. Growing up, spending time, eating, doing sports, and just being able to enjoy them, see how they parang develop as people, and to still be able to enjoy that. One of the things that I think is important that we don't just love our kids, we also like them.
Did you ever go through a phase? Kasagsagan yun ng kasikatan mo eh. Nung nag-asawa ka, did you ever think, teka lang, it might affect my career. Career muna.
No, not really. Kasi I knew that if I wanted to get married already and have a family, I knew that my career would have to take like the back seat. Not just to be second to family, but really take a back seat. And it was something that I would not have been able to do if not, let's say, for Dot. For Dot saying, I think it's also important for you to do that, but I will support you as you go on that journey, which actually brought me to become more active again in sports. And then it was after that that I won the Asian Games. And that really opened up a lot of doors for me somewhere other than showbiz, which is actually where I started. I really started as an athlete in sports.
Do you feel pressured? Yung totoo.
Dumating din po, especially when you interact with new people. Tapos, madalas po nilang tinatanong, nangangabayo ka pa din? Or, mahilig ka ba mag-basketball? Ba't hindi ka nag-PBA? Or, ba't hindi ka naging equestrian? Sometimes I also get na, ba't di ka tumakbo as a politician? Or, ba't ayaw mo mag-artista? Questions like that. And sometimes, I would feel the pressure, but I'm also lucky enough to be guided by my parents and in saying na, they tell me na I have to find my own way, na just because they did it a certain way doesn't mean that I have to follow it the exact way. But one thing that my parents always instilled in me, and especially my dad, always reminds me na there's major value in working hard. So for as long as I'm working hard, the success will come eventually. But my success will always be different from theirs because I am not them.
Of course, gusto namin. But we didn't want to force them to do something na hindi natural sa kanila. So for us, yung tinuro namin sa kanila were the values. The values of an athlete. The values that you learn through sports. And actually, kahit naglalaro ka lang, hindi mo naman alam, natututo ka na pala. You're learning about respect. You're learning how to follow the rules. You're learning that if you work together, you can be successful. So for us, as long as we could see them displaying those, maghanap kayo kung saan kayo. Pero sana yung attitude nyo ganito. That's how we looked at it na lang. That success actually is not in medals. It's more in your relationships, your achievements that don't necessarily have to be based on the standards of society.
Kanino mga bamboo mo,
Grabe, no? How they grew.
Farm. Alam niyo
The
po,
bamboo snakes.
Nako po, tita, kung kailangan niyo po ng bamboo, let
sa
us
inyo,
know.
Yeah.
frustration ko sa buhay, alam niyo naman, farm. Type ko yung ganito, di ba? So si Dot ang bumibili ng halaman.
Construction materials.
Everything.
Siya
Pero
din po
siya
ang
rin
nag-design.
Yung mga ibang areas, mas doon sa kabila sa taas. Actually, nagtatalo pa kami niyan kasi gaya niyan, yung mga pine trees, di ba magkakalapit
ganda.
sila?
Oh.
Sabi ko sa kanya, masyadong magkakalapit yan, hindi yan lalaki, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Huwag ka nang makialam. Hayaan mo na. Of course, ang ganda, di ba?
Oo, ang ganda. Look at that. Nadidikit niyo doon. Ang galing naman. So, it's ang mister niya, ang mabusisi.
Yes.
Opo.
Oo, it's not
Yeah.
you.
Siya yung mas creative talaga.
Siya sa
Siya
inyo.
talaga.
Oh, wow. And look at that.
Yes. So we have our performance center has
Three
a cafeteria downstairs,
Yeah.
classrooms upstairs that you can see the court from.
And why did you guys want to build this? Pwede namang puro na lang to rooms.
Well, we wanted really to have something around sports
Oo.
and active lifestyle.
So, andito na po tayo sa performance center ni Brizo.
Wait, grabe, pati dun sa likod
Yes.
may extra space.
We have-
Ang laki
Yes.
pa.
We
Yeah.
have an
Ang laki
extra
pa
field
nandun.
for yung mga
May extra
sports.
pa. Wow! Oh, wow! Look at this. So this is the cafeteria
Yes.
for everybody.
Yes.
Opo.
Pero ito yung sa hotel din, sa resort.
Yes.
Yes.
If you eat
Yeah.
here,
Yes.
dito.
If you're a guest, this is where you have breakfast,
Yes.
ganon. Tapos the
Oh.
companies.
My gosh! Imagine to find this in a resort! Oh, wow!
Well, this is a 3 full court basketball court.
Tatlo.
Tatlo po. Tapos, sa gitna po, may FIBA-regulated dimensions po kami of
Yeah.
volleyball and basketball.
That's why there are lots
That's
of
why there are
lines.
lots of lines.
So we can have an audience also around.
Now, the intention kasi po ng tatay ko sa pagtayo ng Brizo is not just to be able to accommodate sports or rooms, but growing up, we were very active children.
Yeah.
And he wanted to create this idea na what is a one-stop shop or a place that you can go to create memorable experiences na pwede kayo tumambay sa kwarto, pwede kayo maging active sa gym or sa court,
Yeah.
and then you have the good food that you can share with your family. So there's so many different things that you can do here in order to create nga those memorable experiences.
So, pero it goes to show, Mikey, it wasn't just about profit. Hindi lang ito para kumita ng pera sa resort. Talagang may advocacy kayo for sports.
Yes, and then we also have Jaworski Sports that delivers the team building activities through sports activities talaga. Actually, this can also hold events. And the flooring is Staraflex.
Oo.
So, hindi ka may injure kasi hindi siya semento eh.
When you see your Lolo now, si Lolo, how old is he now?
He's 78.
Okay.
You know what po, I even grew up going to his house, playing
We used to
basketball
play with him.
every
Yeah.
day. That was my childhood. I would train with my lolo and my dad. To the extent nga na pinutok nga niya po yung labi ko one time.
When you play with him, he will play the way he enjoys playing.
Yes.
Hindi yung parang, kalaro ko si Mikey, so hindi ako maglalaro the way that I play. You have to be ready for his unexpected passes.
Wow.
Tapos yung pag naglalaro siya, coach pa rin siya. So even with them, even with me, it's like, dribble! Mag-cut ka! Mag-shoot ka sa labas! Ganun siya. I mean, he's still competitive. Buti na lang, parati kami mag-teammate.
Ako po yung panganay na apo sa mga lalaki. So,
Among the
I'd
boys.
usually try to say, let's play one-on-one.
Oh,
And
he was
one-
not so smart then.
One time, it was close. The first time I was about to beat him. And he takes a shot and misses it. So, I jump to get the ball. But he's taller than me at this time. Gets the ball and goes, bam! Like that. Here.
Wow!
I think I still have the scar. nga
Hindi ka na
inside.
nagalit, Mikey?
You know what? That
It's part of it, diba?
during that time, it really hurt. I was about to cry.
Oo.
As in, paiyak na po ako. He went like that to my batok. Ano ko ba? It's part of the game. Check the ball. Game again.
So, anong natutunan mo sa experience na yon?
Going through the motion of the discipline teaches you so much about life. It's not always about the destination. It's mostly about the journey and how hard it is that journey through discipline. Face yung iba't ibang mga adversities in order to succeed.
You never spoiled your voice.
No.
Can I answer this one?
Okay.
I think
Let's see what he thinks.
I'd personally be lying if I said I didn't feel like my parents never spoiled me. I think I'm blessed enough that my parents were very thoughtful parents. Na, halimbawa si daddy, pag umuwi po yan from the office, there used to be a tradition where he'll bring us chocolate cake.
Curfew.
Go. Curfew.
When I was a junior in high school, my curfew was 11 p.m. So, lahat ng mga kaibigan ko lumalabas hanggang 12:30 to 2 o'clock. Ako pag quarter to 11, guys, paalam na. Hinahanap na po ako ng mommy ko. And growing up also, I remember, I love talking about this because people don't expect it. But when we were in grade school, we were allowed to watch TV based on the time that we would read books. So,
Really?
dapat balanse po yan.
Galing.
Ang pagbabasa po namin ng mga litrato and other books has to be the same time that we get TV privilege.
O girlfriend.
Oh, we were allowed naman po to have girlfriends.
You did?
Well,
Yeah.
you know, he was grade school, yung first girlfriend niya. So parang every year may girlfriend siya. Si Raf lang yung hindi.
Grabe naman.
Every year may girlfriend ka.
Ano lang naman
But I
po,
think
mga
hindi
happy
naman kasi
crush,
siya, ano
mga
eh.
happy crush grade school. You know, nothing
But
serious.
honestly, you know, I think maybe that was one of the things that allowed us to have a more open relationship. Kasi pag kinukwento niya, hindi naman kami nagre-react na, what? May girlfriend ka? Bata-bata mo pa? Kasi, syempre, alam mo naman, you know, alam mo yung environment ng school nila. Kilala mo yung mga tao sa school nila. So you know that it's not as if talagang they will go astray. Very wholesome naman yung relationships nila, and if you're active in school as a mom, then you know them.
Ito naman po ang ating recreational center.
Wow.
So here we have our weight room,
Okay,
our
let's go
gym.
inside.
The gym?
Yes po.
Ay, ang laki ng gym. Oh, wow!
So dito po may mga Olympic bars, standard dumbbells, benches, some cardio machines. Yes po.
Yung totoo, mahirap mag-maintain.
Yes.
Ano yung mga
Ako po.
challenges niyo sa
Natatawa.
Well, the biggest
sa
challenge,
pagpapatakbo ng negosyo?
yung pinakamahirap po na challenge po namin sa maintenance is, minsan talaga hindi mo masasabi kung kailan may masisira.
Yeah.
Yun.
Sometimes po, if the item or the appliance is very important at biglaan lang po siya nasisira, it's like crisis management.
Yeah.
You need to figure out a cost-effective solution and how to fix it as soon as possible.
Nice. Eto na po ang boss team. Eto.
So, this game room, we have billiards and ping pong. And I'm planning to add soon video games.
Video games! Okay. Nice, busy.
May
Kasi when
foosball
they
din.
bring their kids,
Yeah.
Yes po.
you need things to do. Tapos, what is this? This is
Ping
Table
pong.
tennis,
Then
billiards.
Ano ang pinaka-heavy ninyo na, let's say, month? Pasko ba? Easter
Ano po?
ba?
Easter's definitely a peak. Summers and Christmas season.
The holidays.
The holidays.
Do you spend time here? Like, sometimes yung mga bisita, will they see you both here?
They'll see me here all the time.
Him.
They'll see you.
Him. Yeah.
I'm here almost half the month.
Diba?
Oh, there's a story behind this bamboo. Yung Buddha bamboo na yan. Kasi si Dot, gustong-gusto niya yung halaman na yan. Ito, yung may
Yeah.
parang ganito.
O, patingin nga, ang ganda
Yan.
niya, kapal.
Yun o, ganyan.
Oo.
Mahal yan. So sabi niya, gusto kong magkaganyan. Kahit kumuha lang tayo ng isa, let's put it in one corner. Tapos yan, dumami siya ng dumami.
Galing ha. He has a green thumb.
He does, he does.
Oh, tsaka pa ito, ano to? Oh, di mo alam.
You know, this is a kind of grass.
Oh, it fares.
Yeah. This is a kind of grass lang.
Ganda
Pero
yun.
tinan mo, para siyang tree. Hindi
Para
siya
siyang
parang
Christmas
grass.
tree.
Well, you know what? I could be wrong. So, pero that's what I remember.
Yung naalala ko po nung pinapatuyo pa po namin to, we would drive a manual Starex na may sakong-sakong semento at mga halaman.
Kayo.
Tatay ko po yung nasa harap, ako po yung nagda-drive na may student's ID pa lang po. So wala pang non-professional license, pero yun po yung training ko to learn how to drive. Aakyat po kami ng
Tsaka
Tagaytay.
manual, all of them.
Manual na van
Yeah.
with construction supplies, with plants in the back. Tapos once we get there, yun na, we carry the sacks, we take it out. Kami-kami din po gumagawa.
Grabe.
Yeah.
That's what a memory.
Yes po.
But diba, what good family memories together.
Kaya passion project talaga siya.
Oo.
Yeah.
Napaka-high profile niyo dito. How did you keep your marriage?
I guess from the very beginning, he was discerning about what he wanted in a wife and in a partner. And I guess ako din. And somehow our values aligned, our direction where we wanted to go in the near and far future were also aligned. It's a lot of give and take, and it's a partnership. So I think that's what it is.
I see how loving they are with each other.
Me also, right?
Of course.
Tell daddy. Tell daddy. Mommy also. Mommy's malambing.
Ano po, halimbawa lang po si mommy, madalas po siya nag-online meeting for her sports committees and whatnot. And my dad will think, ay, kawawa nanay mo, hindi pa siya kumakain. I'll cook something real quick.
Nagluluto?
He's the one who
My
cooks.
dad is the cook at home.
Yeah, he's the one who cooks.
He is a fantastic cook. And he'll cook for my mom, and once he is done preparing, he'll send it up to my mom. And while my mom's in the meeting, I'm lucky because I see that firsthand. So now I know the prime example of what to do and how to be when I have my relationship.
And I think it has nothing to do with expectations, like who cooks, who does the handiwork at home. Kasi mas gusto niya yun eh. Mas gusto pa din yun. So it works, you know. Yung talagang nag-workout siya because wala namang perfect na situation, perfect people, perfect marriage. You know, but I think it's just a matter of being really committed and knowing where you're supposed to be.
Makulit, masipag, mapagmahal. This is ROBBIE Jaworski. I'm really looking forward to allowing you guys to get to know me more, and hopefully I'll get to know you guys too.
Well, we always knew naman that it was there, but it was you know, I rely a lot on what I think God is telling me.
Growing up, I was not really invested into entering showbiz.
He was more like, I want to be a banker.
I
Mas
wanted to
ganun
be
siya.
more corporate, businessman side. But the opportunity presented itself po multiple times. And last year, back in 2023, I prayed about it a little because I found interest in it. And then it was this year na parang nagkaroon nga po kami ng parang silver lining sa birthday ng mom ko. And I was thinking about, you know, the opportunity and how it could be such a beautiful, you know, platform and stepping stone to also pursue and do good.
We're very proud of him. You know, we're proud of the man that he is, the way he is with other people. We feel as his parents that no matter what it is that he decides to get into, that he will do good.
Thanks, Mom. You're so sweet.
It's true though. It's true because he works hard. He does. And he enjoys it. That's the thing, you know. It's like he embraces it and then he says, I'm gonna make a good experience for myself out of this. But the best part is that he's not thinking lang about himself.
Now, you've mentioned prayer a few times. Is there a Bible verse that's close to your heart?
Well, me, I like the verses in Ephesians about putting on the armor of God because I feel like, I guess, growing up, you know, as exposed as we were, both Dot and I grew up also somehow in the public eye, even if it was not us, in a similar way as they did. I think it's more of just, you know, those verses give me the confidence to say we can put ourselves out there, but if we have God at the center of our life, somehow we will always be protected and we'll always find guidance through His Word. So in everything that we do, I think even the way we raise our children, we try our best to really do it in that way.
The Bible verse that has been stuck in my head recently states that it is more difficult for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God than it is to enter through a wormhole or something like that. or the whole of a key.
The eye of a
Yeah,
needle.
the eye of, yes.
Yeah.
So, it's just life for me recently has been moving so fast with work, and I'm very grateful for all of these opportunities that are coming. But it's the verse that I've been thinking about the most recently because I'm trying my best already now. Sa ngayon pa lang po to remind myself that it's important always to be humble, na bawal lumaki ang aking ulo, and never forget who I am and where I came from.
Thanks, guys! Love you!
Yeah, yes, so